On that fake field goal, is that something you have to know on third down? Because I mean, obviously you know not to come off the field. Is that something you guys talk about, before so you get to fourth down?
Yeah, we had it set up to where coming off, we would know that we were gonna run it. So um, it just we were probably a split second, a couple second, like maybe half a second away from it being clean. So
And then on more conventional passing plays, are the routes you're running this year in this offense different than what you've had to run in the past?
um, I mean, it's a little different here and there, but kind of same gist a little bit. Just trying to use my speed, get across the field, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I asked just because it seems like you're running a lot more curls maybe than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, I mean, we have some. Definitely, that's probably the most different aspect to my route tree this season.
Thanks.
Jordan.
To build off that a little bit, have you been running as much deep down the seam, or I mean, because that's something you guys haven't really been able to hit this year?
Yeah, I mean, uh, just kind of just really doing everything that kind of that's in the game plan. We work a lot of different things and try to get the ball going and try to get the pass game going. So pretty much just kind of doing what I'm asked and what I'm asked to do in the offense.
The kind of the separate thing now. You guys have had three times, chance late in games where you basically get in the huddle and you have a chance to either win or tie, and you haven't come through in any of those three spots. I'm wondering if there's anything you could kind of put your finger on of why it hasn't worked early this season in that regard.
I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to executing not only in that moment, but also in the previous opportunities that we get. Each possession has a life in its own, and we got to find a way to finish a lot better. And I think we did that yesterday, but got to take it even another step to maybe that last drive is to put the game on ice rather than to go down and take the lead. So. There's a lot that goes into it. We just got to execute overall a lot better.
Does that possession have a different feel to it, though? Like you said, each one has its own life, but because there's obviously pressure and you know what's at stake in that, what does that have a different feeling for you guys in the huddle, or
I mean, yeah, I mean,
anything like that?
it's a do or die job. It's a job to go win the game, and so yeah, I mean that all the execution is required in that moment for sure. So, but at the end of the day, we got to get it done.
Zach.
Evan, what's impressed you about Darius Slayton in particular? It seems like he's really playing some really good football, especially the last few weeks. I'm just curious, like, what's impressed you with him and how he's grown from his rookie year to now.
Yeah, just making big plays. The confidence just kind of bounces off of him. And last year, kind of definitely seeing him kind of surprise himself a little bit with his big plays and ability, and now you can tell that he expects it of himself. So he came up big in a lot of big plays yesterday, and definitely keep him on track. It's gonna help us.
Thanks.
Paul Schwartz.
Hi, Evan. Unfortunately, you've been a part of losing, a lot of losing with the Giants. Does this losing feel different than other years? It's a new head coach and a new staff, a lot of new players, but a lot of the same losing. Does this losing feel different than what's happened in the past?
Losing is losing. There's no way to explain all that and decipher all of that. At the end of the day, we have the talent to win on this team, and it comes down to beating ourselves and execution. So I'm not going to get into the past years. We got to find out. We got to get better each and every day and come in and turn this thing around with this team this year.
How do you know you have the talent on this team to do it? I mean, I'm not being a wise guy. I mean, the talent usually means winning. So, and teams that maybe aren't as good and lose beat themselves a lot. So what tells you that this is the right makeup for a team?
You just said it. You literally just said it. And we're beating ourselves.
Thank you.
I'm Rob.
Evan, is this team angry right now? Is this team mad to get a win?
Definitely disappointed. Definitely pissed off. We fought our butts off yesterday and didn't come up on the end on the winning end. So, yeah, we're pissed off and we're hungry. We're gonna get right back to work and try to go get one.
Does that is that needed? Do you think? Did some of the earlier losses in this season sort of get glazed over because you were young and everything was new and things like that?
No, there's no excuses.